All right. I think that some of the biggest differences that I noticed from how I remember this album sounding is particularly in the drums and the screaming vocals. Particularly the screaming vocals sound like night and day difference, I feel like.
Yeah. to me, dude, like every song just feels like a night and day difference because of how I know the mixes used to sound.
I haven't listened to these new mixes yet. This is the first time I'm hearing any of them. But my personal favorite song on this record was Serotonin Syndrome.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
Shame.
that's a jam.
That one is my personal favorite. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing this, actually. Is that, on this song, is that Steven doing all of the vocals?
No, so the
screams
screams are being done by a friend of ours, Steven Stricker. Not our vocalist, Steven Clear.
Okay. Because I was like, that doesn't sound like him. I'm like, is that just the difference in like production? Like,
no.
I'll be honest, I didn't remember this song quite as much, but yeah, I was like, man, those sound really, really good.
Yeah, I wish I could scream like Steven, not our singer, but our friend. We just call him Sven to keep the Stevens apart.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I haven't even like seen him since I've been up in the UP because he's been living in the UP for the longest time, but then he moved down to Kalamazoo, which actually isn't that far away from me, but now he has another kid, so he's been busy with family life and whatnot, doesn't have time to play shows with Highlight Reel.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah, but he also featured on the track right after that one, The Nihilist.
Okay.
Yeah. He did a really good job. Like, I'm so glad that we got him on the record. He came to all of our shows and we did play, a bunch of house shows up in the UP.
I feel like that is legitimately, though, it can be some of the hardest things to mix are those type of screamed vocals because you want to get the harshness across, but you don't want it to sound
too harsh. Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Harsh without being harsh.
Yeah. So it's like you have to find kind of like, if you're going to put a little bit of distortion on it, you have to find something that'll like kind of, amplify it without like, completely destroying it.
Right.
And it's such a fine line to walk that is so difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It takes time to like really understand how to navigate like each vocalist's own sound. And like their own,
that's the other hard thing too, is that everybody sounds different. It's like for the most part, like a distorted guitar kind of sounds like a distorted guitar. You can fall back on the same similar tricks, but like a vocalist is just so much different.
Yeah, like a lot of it is in the performance. So if you get a really good performance, it's much easier to mix. But you can still, mess up good scream vocals if you don't know what you're doing quite 100% in the mixing process.
For sure, yeah.
And, it's taken me 7 years to get to where I'm at now. And
yeah.
I still would say, like, my best work is yet to come. And I have a lot that I obviously still need to get better at. But I'm very happy and very proud of where I'm at now. Like, it's taken a long time to get here, but, I've finally gotten to the point where, I feel confident putting projects out that I've worked on and I can listen to it over and over again without being like, oh, I hate this because the vocals aren't up 0.2 dB more.
I feel like that's one of the other like big thing for me I was talking about earlier. Like if it's something that nobody else is going to notice, then it's good enough. I've also got the test of, can I listen to it casually and not overanalyze everything?
Right.
Which is a much harder test to pass. But if it passes that, then you know that a mix is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would love to get your feedback on the album, like once you actually get the chance to listen to it with these new mixes.
Yeah, can do, for sure.
Awesome.
All right, well, thanks for being on the show, man. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a real good time. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. This has been the Fresh Finds Podcast, the show about listening to new music with good people.